You've taken advantage of past crises like you did back in 2008 with Anheuser-Busch. What's on the investment horizon for you right now?
We actually think the current stock market quotations are very high. Uh, the pandemic is still out there. Businesses are slow. The vaccine, there's good news on the vaccine, but it will take some time to be effective. So we're actually being very cautious about doing anything very new or anything very aggressive. And we're more concentrating on making sure our current businesses survive well and are operated efficiently. So that's our focus. We do look at new investments in the tech area. I think that will continue to blossom in the future. So we have had a couple of good investments in the area, and we continue looking at those very much,
Right.
both in Brazil, where there's a lot of new entrepreneurship going on, and abroad.
When you say abroad, where exactly do you mean? Because we are continuing to see, for example, Asia coming out of this pandemic faster. What sort of emerging markets are you looking at right now?
We do have a fund. It's our best performing fund, which is basically tech in China and Asia. And we don't market the fund. It's basically for my traditional partners and our families. But it has done very well this year, and so we still think it has will continue doing well over the coming year. A lot of opportunities in China and in the tech area, and some of our biggest winners have been Chinese companies.
When you say you're being cautious right now, of course, I mentioned all of these consumer brands that you hold. Where are you seeing the biggest challenges and perhaps the biggest opportunities?
In terms of the consumer brands we hold, we're not planning to go out and buy some big consumer company. We are really focused on improving the companies we currently have. We, at ABI, that's the beer company, sales have been reasonably good. Third quarter results were reasonable. And there's a lot to do there. We are developing a lot of new forms of marketing there. And we have quite a large innovation pipeline. So we're really focusing on the things we already have and how can we do them better, rather than what can we add on.
But you're also sort of selling out of places like craft, right? Are there more sales coming?
We're selling, what did you say? Selling
You've
out?
also sold a piece of your stake in Kraft recently, right? So are there more sales coming?
Well, that 3G was the investor there. 3G is a fund, and some of the outside investors in the fund is basically my three traditional partners and a few friends, and there are some outside investors, and they are the ones that have sold out. We have not sold out. The basic 3G group and my two traditional partners, etc. So we're still in there.
So you're also really putting your efforts on trying to help with this coronavirus pandemic, right? The foundation that bears your name, in fact, actually helping fund the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine trials in Brazil. What are you hoping to achieve here, and what more could be done?
We were contacted by the Gates Foundation, and who are very experienced in the area of medicine and vaccines. And they asked us to help AstraZeneca and the Oxford group to test the vaccine in Brazil. So we did that. And we finance the testing which is going on in Sao Paulo. There's testing in Rio de Janeiro also being done by somebody else. And we will have the results of these tests in the next couple of weeks. The information I have is that things look good, but we don't have any final information yet.
Jorge Paulo, how do you assess the handling of the coronavirus pandemic, whether in Brazil or around the world?
I'm not an expert, a medical expert. I follow the news, and you have what they did in Germany, which was very organized, a lot of testing. You have the Swedish way, which is people go out and develop an immune system. You have the Chinese way, which is very disciplined, and the Korean system also. And the Brazilian system, it's more difficult to be disciplined. You have a lot of slums here. You have a lot of people. It's harder to test them. It's harder to tell them they can't go out in the street. Many of them depend entirely on going out on the street to work. So it's more difficult. The results of who is doing well or who are not totally out yet. I think it will take some more time to figure out who really did well. But it looks to me like the people who are more disciplined and have tested, have used masks, have avoided big meetings and gatherings and like that, are probably doing better than the ones that let things loose. So Brazil, as I say, is not one that has been very disciplined about it. And well, the results don't look good, but summer is coming now. And maybe we have developed some sort of herd immunity here already. The numbers have been looking better these past few weeks. So one has to hope for the best.